Here, hi JD here, Facebook Live. I wanted to invite you to have lunch with me tomorrow. I know this is a bit echoey because I'm in my kitchen, but I want you to have lunch with me tomorrow because I'm going to show you the avalanche leads formula, particularly if you've been advertising on social media and not getting the results that you want, then you might want to have lunch. And speaking of lunch, I'm just here at the moment. My wife has left me in the house by myself and I don't know what to do with this. I've got no idea, so I'm hoping that there is something in the fridge. And yep. I don't know how she thinks I'm going to eat that, but how do you fit that between pieces of bread? I've got no idea, but I've got to be fair. She has left me with my, I don't know what you have. This is what I'll be having at lunch tomorrow when you join me for lunch, by the way. You have to just click the link above and then you can join me for the lunch tomorrow, which will be all about avalanche leads. This is a new book that I'm launching in 2 weeks' time. What a blatant plug this is. By the way, I can make egg and lettuce sandwiches too, and perhaps I might turn that into a product. But if you are wasting money on advertising at the moment on social media, then you might want to join me for lunch tomorrow. All you need to do is click the link just above me here, and then you can register. It's at 12 noon Queensland time or 1 p.m. New South Wales Victorian time. Grab your egg and lettuce sandwich tomorrow and just join me. This is sounding, particularly with this echo, sounding like an infomercial, isn't it? I'll do that, the whole thing. I'm going to make myself a cuppa at the moment. It's around about lunchtime here in Queensland, so I'm going to make myself a cuppa. My favourite coffee, I should say, I screwed that up, didn't I? My favourite coffee happens to be a coffee called Peroni. Before I let you go, let me tell you what you're going to learn in tomorrow's session with me, okay? So lunch tomorrow with JD. It is going to show you, I'm going to showcase to you exactly what you can do in social media. I'm just coming into the carpet because the tiles, I tell everyone when they're doing testimonials, do not do them on tiles. What does this dickhead do? He just did it on tiles. So I've come down to the carpet, so therefore you don't have to worry about the echoey voice. If you're going to have lunch with me tomorrow, 12 noon Queensland time, by clicking the link above, I'm going to take you through an experiment that we've been mucking around with over the last 6 months, and it's got to do with a thing called Facebook. And we're pretty serious players in this Facebook game. I provide marketing, advertising advice to businesses of all sizes. We have some businesses that are startups and some businesses who are doing, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20 million. And what we do is show them exactly what to do to basically get avalanche leads. Okay, I'm glad I'm doing it like this because if you're doing the Facebook live presentation yourself and you show an image, you know that it turns backwards. So at least you're seeing what it is. And this avalanche leads formula is nuts if you get it right. And if you're not doing what I'm doing at the moment, Facebook Live, then you should slap yourself and start thinking about how to do that. Because we did a Facebook Live broadcast a few weeks ago. It was 6 p.m. at night. I invited people to have dinner with me instead of tomorrow's one being lunch. And within 2 days, we did $77,000 worth of sales. Now, that beats, running around the country doing seminars. I used to do seminars. And I'm not saying I won't do the odd one still, but this beats doing seminars. I'm doing this from my home. I don't have to go booking a plane, a hotel room. I don't have to organise, scones and coffee and all this sort of stuff. And I don't have to promote people to get off their backsides and come all the way into the Sydney Airport Hotel. I can just turn this damn thing on. And when I turned it on 2 weeks ago in a more sophisticated version than this, it was me at a Tonight Show sort of desk setting. We had a proper webinar style presentation. At the end of that, I invited people, if they were interested to use our services, that they could actually book a call. And a whole bunch of these people went to bookawowcall.com. Notice how I slipped that in, bookawowcall.com. And they spoke to myself or someone in our organisation, and then we got $77,000 worth of sales within 48 hours. I don't know why I've got two fingers up. I haven't got 48, but 2 days. That was 2 days. I'm sorry. So anyway, it was the coffee I've been drinking. It's the Peroni coffee that does this, that screws with your head. So therefore, 77 grand within 2 days, I thought, wow, this is pretty good. And we've been experimenting pretty heavily on Facebook advertising. So for example, just a couple of months ago, in 1 month, October, we spent 72 grand on Facebook advertising. And it brought home the return. That was good. We more than doubled our money, so that was fine. But guess what? This Facebook Live stuff is free. It's absolutely free. So when I brought in $77,000 worth of sales after the last one that I did, it's pretty much all profit. The only expense that we had with that one is that we sent out 5,000 text messages. The moment that I went live at 6 o'clock on whatever night it was, we sent out 5,000 text messages at 10 cents a time, so it's $500. But I'll blow $500 on text messages every day of the week if I'm going to get 77 grand back. And as it's turned out, we had another call today, which was a layover from a fortnight ago because the guy was on holidays, and he signed up to my private coaching program, which is a few grand a month, and he's a big business in Sydney, doing 20 plus million. So for him to pay $3 grand a month for my services to take over his marketing is like a bee's dick investment. He's paying his secretary 54 grand. So to pay me 36 grand for a whole year's worth of access to me and for me to put together a marketing plan for him, I think that's a pretty good chance he's going to make a better ROI out of me than he will out of his PA. So therefore, guess what? That came in this morning. That takes it up to over 100K that we've made from. Now I know, I'm embarrassed to somewhat say this, but I've got to demonstrate how hot this is so that you will come to lunch with me tomorrow. I am sick of all of these people, particularly in America, where you see them walking along with their Maseratis and their fancy cars and all of this bullshit, and they tell you, of course, that you can do the same thing. I'm not saying to you that you can do exactly the same thing as these idiots in America or the same thing as me, but what I am saying is that you are your environment. And if you hang around with positive thinking, creative people who have the technical skills behind them, then I think there's a good chance you might make a difference to your business. What I've found is that there's a lot of people out there who are great at the algorithms and great at pixels and this, that and the other, and I'm not saying they're a dime a dozen, but there's a lot of them out there. And I have my share of those inside my Rolodex list, there's no question about that. But the difference that we offer here at the Institute of WOW is that we offer creative skills. We offer outside the box thinking. So when I'm going to run a Facebook ad for an aluminium fence company, and he hasn't made any money out of just showing pictures of aluminium fences in his Facebook ads previously to older suburbs, we'll run in older suburbs a Facebook campaign, which is the ugliest back fence in Australia contest. They have to take a photo of their falling down ugly fence and post it to his Facebook page. Guess what? He gets 2 years worth of leads in 3 days. 2 years worth of leads in 3 days after $514 expenditure, and we have to shut the campaign off because he can't handle the leads. Now that had to do with the creative. When he showed a picture of an ugly aluminium back fence, nothing. When we actually showed a picture of a paling fence, why? Why nothing? Because he showed the features. We showed the benefits. We showed photos of old fences falling down. We zeroed the ads into older suburbs, and we said, if your fence looks like this, how would you like to win a brand new aluminium one? Just take a photo of your, crummy fence and post it to our Facebook page, and guess what? They all glowed in the dark. Everyone who needed a new aluminium back fence, they glowed in the dark because they entered the contest that basically said, we've got a crappy fence. They even showed a photo of the crappy fence. I mean, talk about a warm lead, you won't get much warmer than that. And we do that over and over and over again in this thing called the Avalanche Leads Formula. And tomorrow at lunch, I'm going to show you how you can swipe that and use it in your own business. Why am I doing that? No, it's not because I'm a relative of Mother Teresa and I want to save the world. Don't you love these seminar speakers and these coaches out there that go, you know what I'm doing it? I want to give back. I just want to give back. Well, I don't, okay? It's all about me. I don't want to give back. What I want to do is make money. And then maybe I might give a little bit back, I don't know. I want to make money, and the way that I want to make money is to show you how you can do the same thing. We've experimented with all of this stuff. We're spending a bucket load of money on Facebook, so we can sort of see what's working and what's not. And if you're interested to learn that and swipe it, then join me at lunch tomorrow. And why am I doing it? Sampling. Okay, it's not because I want to save the world and all the stuff that goes with that. I mean, I do my fair share of nice things. I'm not always nasty, but we don't go on about that. So therefore, what I want to do is sample the stuff that I've got, which I think is pretty unique wizardry. And then if you like it, then maybe you'll hang around us. And if you don't find that tomorrow's the time to hang around us, you might find it in a month's time, that's fine. But the whole idea is sampling, and tomorrow at lunch I will show you not only this Avalanche Leads formula that you can use particularly online, but I also will show you the value of sampling. The butcher who has the sausage sizzle outside his shop is going to beat the guy across the road who's got the same meat because he's sampling. He's sampling his sausages out of the sausage sizzle. So we'll see you tomorrow. All you need to do is click the link above and you'll get a reminder by private messenger about an hour out from tomorrow just to tell you that we're going live. It's noon tomorrow. That's Wednesday the 6th of February, Queensland time. And if you're in New South Wales or Victoria, it is 1 p.m. If you're in any other state, I don't really care. Okay, so Tasmania, seriously, wake up to yourself, come to the mainland, okay? That crappy little island, for God's sake. So therefore, the other thing, we do have a rule, by the way, and I've said this at many of my seminar events, is that we take members onto our coaching programs to help them, build sales for their business, but we do have a couple of rules. Number one, We don't take any women whose name is Daphne, Esme or Beryl. And the reason for that, have you ever met an interesting Beryl or Daphne? Never. Okay, so we won't take you on if you've got that name. And we don't take any short people. Okay, they scare me. They're sort of like carnies. You don't want to hang around short people. I'm joking. Please don't go taking me off to the Equal Opportunity Board, all right? I think you have a bit of fun. We are a little bit cheeky, a little bit different, but lots of great content. So we'll see you tomorrow, 12 noon Queensland time. All you do, register by clicking the link above. See you then.